What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. As most of you know, we got the part 2 to Seas of Dragonfall yesterday on PC and PlayStation for Dungeon Defenders 2, and with it came this new map, the Coral Reef Town. Now, this map does have a rare chance to drop a seahorse pet called the Sea Dragon. It actually looks like this is going to be the highest current nuke damage pet in the game. It's absolutely incredible. I've been using this one on my Lavamancer. Just an absolute beast. Now, that one is a rare drop from this map. I ran it, including my alt loots, about 60 to 70 times yesterday, and I found 2 of them. So it is a pretty low drop chance. However, this is also just an awesome farm map, as it's beautiful and fun to play. Now, I do think that the most efficient way to do this map is that railgun build that I was doing yesterday on stream. I did farm all night last night using that railgun build, and I will post that build up later on for those who wasn't at the stream yesterday. However, I wanted to have a little fun with some underwater bees on this one. So here we go. We got our lovely Dryad. We're going to be using some DPS trees and some Hornet's Nest, Fleeting Nature, Mass Destruction, and Destruction, and then throwing it all together, of course, with Boost Auras and some buff beams, and I'll have all my pylons on those reflects. Let's go ahead and build it all out. We're going to start off with, let's go 2 trees right here. I actually got a fun idea for a tree build on this map, and I haven't tested it yet, so not so sure it will work. Let's get some reflect beams down here, and then kind of the base walling for the build will be set. Now, these trees, of course, are very squishy. They are full DPS trees, so not good to use them as walls. However, they'll still get the job done in a pinch, and that is what we're going to use here today. Now, let's see. Let's get to the super fun bee placement spot. And you got that entire ledge up there. Little failed double jump for the loss, but we'll be able to get up there. You got this entire ledge to kind of do your thing. You know, you can build all across here. I think a bunch of trees up here might do really, really well on wrecking mobs. However, we are going to focus all on the bees today. And we're going to just go with 9 Hornet's Nest right here. So something like this. Of course, we're going to give it all of those pylons. Let's just slap those in right here. We'll give it a boost aura, and then, but of course, the buff beam. So let's go ahead and get that down, and looking pretty good. Now we got what? 270 left, and that will allow us to throw down some more bees over here. We're already in range of a tree, so we don't need another tree down. We can just slap these bees right on in. So we'll just go with whatever's left. Looks like it'll probably be 6, maybe. Actually, it looks like only 5. Only 5 bees to get everything that we want in, because we do want, you know, we want our boost aura. We want our destructive pylons. And we want our buff beam, of course. So 5 bees it is. It's going to leave me a little bit of change, right? I got 20 left over. Kind of do whatever you want with the 20. I guess I could give a slightly larger reflect here. We can go something a little overkill, but just to spend some of the DU. There's 10 of it gone. We'll leave the rest. Now, since these trees are squishy, I'm going to spend the rest of the opening mana just getting those trees upgraded, because they are quite squish on my DPS trees, and let's let it fly. Now, those 9 bees up top are going to handle those 2 lanes just without issue. They're going to just wreck it. Now, I was thinking for this particular map, you got the trees. You could place trees here, like, say, 4 or 6 of them right here would kill the lane down below. Then you could do the same thing. Since that lane below is going to be killed, you don't have to worry about any mobs coming through this lane. And you could go another, 4 or 6 trees down here to kill this lane up top. And then over here, you've got areas like on top Up there, you could build some trees. Up there, you could build some trees. Lots of good cheeky tree spots here on this map, no doubt. But one thing we are seeing is, just with the current build we got, there is nothing making it to the walls. Looks like a chieftain might. Nope, a chieftain didn't even make it. I'm sure something will come and slap a wall at some point. Yet, it's just good. In fact, literally every defense that has wall hacks is going to be incredibly good. So you can make gargoyles work on this map quite well. You'll be able to do spectral knights quite easily. The nimbus, of course. Anywhere the bee works, the nimbus works better. So the nimbus, of course, will get it done. There's tons of options. However, additionally, the railgun build I was talking about is just super fast, damn near a spawn camp, and you can just spam all your railguns right across this ledge, throw down some walls, and it will cover the whole map. And in most areas, it's hitting the enemies all the way into the spawns, which is just quite nice. Let's start off with these over here, since this is kind of my weakest spot. We'll just spam in the mana here and let it fly, and looking pretty good so far. Now, the other benefit with this map, with it being a a farmable map for a low drop chance pet, also means we got low mob counts. So we're going to want to spam this one over and over again, of course, to get those pets. And having a low mob count means the waves run quick. Now, particularly if you're spawn camping, like with those railguns, the lanes were just running really, really fast. Low mob count, fast cycles, you're able to blast through this map and really get it done. And it's pretty as hell. They just did a great job with the map. All the stuff, we got just bells and whistles all over the place. I keep mentioning it, but like over here, there was no reason for them to decorate this area, yet it's decorated. So there's lots of attention to detail and a lot of the little nice touches throughout the map. It just looks real pretty. What do we got going up top there? We got a slow rolling siege roller. The siege rollers are actually the worst thing you can get on this map because it does slow it way down, as the spawn areas are really deep, meaning that the enemies spawn way back in there. And of course we can take advantage of that as well with things like earth shatters, or literally anything that's going to hit into the spawns. We'll check it out on this lane. And we look at this lane here, we see the enemy, well, we see that mana back there. There's enemies way back in there where they spawn. Additionally, like this lane, enemies are spawning way back there. Over here, they're spawning way back there. Over here, they're spawning way back there. There's just a whole lot of room inside of the spawns for the enemies to run. And, capitalize on that distance. I mean, look how far back in there they are. The trees are going to really do nice in that situation too if we get them close enough, as there is so much room to run inside there. That also means, the trees hit inside spawns, so trees are going to wreck those spawns, no doubt. But pretty smooth running map. Like I said, very pretty to look at, and rewarding with that rare drop of the seahorse pet. So I'll definitely be farming this one out quite heavily, assuming, especially for people who have it decked out like pet nuke lavamancer, you're going to want this seahorse. I've already seen it doing pretty crazy things. Aramir is working on putting together a pretty beast build for it right now, and he's already hitting above the limits of numbers displaying, so getting well over 4 million a tick with the seahorse. Now that of course is with a fully buffed, with a nuke monk, all the bells and whistles with all the buffs in the game, but it just does absurd things, no doubt. I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with how well the railgun is performing on this map too. You know, I just don't use my engineer a ton right now, and it's an awesome character. So the railgun is probably one of my favorite defenses in the game thematically, and I think this map it just really shines on with its crazy range and the ability to reach over to spawns. It actually makes it feel, doing a railgun build with all the rails stacked over here, it makes it feel very similar to running a Dungeon Defenders 1 or a DDA map with like one big tower set up and then doing some tower boosting. And you know, for me personally, I'm all about the tower defense in this game. I would rather have more of a tower defense element than any action in the game. Of course, everyone's got their personal favorite. That just happens to be mine. But that is one thing that the railgun offers you, is the ability to do like some real nice boost builds and still get just crazy effective lane clearing. This one's going quite smooth. We'll have to see if we get another seahorse. Like I said, I got 2 of them in, but I did do a lot of runs. So they are pretty rare. I know, you know, obviously there's somebody who will get it on their first one. Never fails. For every person it takes a bazillion runs to get something, there's somebody out there that got it on the first try. But, you know, of course now, like I've got a blue one and a purple one. So still on the lookout for that legendary. Not that it matters for anything other than just collection's sake, but with that being a brand new pet, if you are a fan of playing the player markets, you get a legendary version of that. It's gonna, I would guess it's probably gonna sell for a decent amount, as that would just be a hot item. Hopefully I get a couple more of them today. I do plan on grinding it out here today, so hopefully we get just a couple more. Pretty smooth sailing. You see the bosses are dying with very little attention. Obviously, we're not set up for siege rollers or dragon lords, so we're going to want to, you know, pay special close attention to those. You know, I want to go up top and upgrade. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Just slap in a round of upgrades up here for wave 5. Been dumping everything else into that lower lane, so. Or actually, looks like I haven't been dumping much into anything. I got a ton of mana saved up here. I've been sitting on it, I guess. Alright, well, they are fully jacked. Go ahead and get some more range on that, and let's just let it fly here. We got our Orc Warlord rolling out. The Orc Warlord will no doubt make the wall, but let's see how much damage it does to it without any large amounts of intervention from me. Like he's coming out right here, but he's deep in the spawn. Looks like we're going to get pushed pretty good here for this one. Warlord's just now popping his buff. Oh, and he died. There's a little, it seems like there might be a little strange spot right here for enemies on this lane. We noticed it on stream yesterday, but it seems like enemies might be falling through the bridge there. Got a captain and a siege roller. See if we get another one falling through. I think they got to hit just a perfect spot. Oh, there was one. Chieftain fell through. Watch your step, Mr. Chieftain. Watch your step. Doesn't happen every time, but it does happen. Just about every map. You'll see at least one enemy fall through. Getting slapped, but that's okay. I'm terrible about refreshing my swap damage chip anyway. But I'm real good about dying, and just so happens that refreshes it as well. And 68 more mobs to go. Looks like we are just about there. We got our bosses rolling out at the end of the waves. Little Plaguing Hawk and some Gribs action. See, and then the irritating things like those Hex Throwers there, with that Railgun build I was talking about, I'll post it up later today. It's a really, really good, solid build for the map. There's also some variations you can make to it. I'm going to show you just the Spammer build that I've been using, but there is some very nice variations that you can make to really make that bad boy shine. But there we go. That is the Coral Reef Town in Dungeon Defenders 2. It's a good farm map, y'all. It also drops the main stat rerolls, so you're going to get a definite useful crafting material out of it. And then, of course, you get the rare chance of getting that Seahorse drop, and, you know, no such luck for me. No Seahorse here. But anyway, that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.